Here's a hot take. If you hate writing, stop writing. No, seriously. I've been writing professionally since 2017. Advertising, UX writing, content marketing, product marketing. And this is the number one workflow I recommend to people who hate writing. It lets you skip the thing that you struggle with, which is staring at an empty page and wondering how to sound like a writer. Yeah, that's usually where things start to go wrong. The second you open a blank document, you stop sounding like yourself. So, the funny thing is that we can all tell stories, right? We can all talk about ourselves or talk about our day or express our own thoughts and opinions. But suddenly put someone in front of a document or a piece of paper, and then it's all in today's fast-paced environment. So the lesson here is that most of us sound like ourselves when we are speaking out loud. If you ask the same person to tell that story out loud, instead of in today's fast-paced environment, you get something more like, last week my boss said this and then I thought about this, or my friend did this and I couldn't believe it, or I was talking to a customer, and so on and so forth. And suddenly there's a person there. So instead of writing, I tell people to talk. So use tools like Whisperflow. Whisperflow is an AI-powered voice-to-text app that you talk into, and it automatically cleans up things like stutters, filler words, grammatical errors, and gives you polished text back. Or just use voice notes. Go for a walk, rant into your phone, pretend that you're explaining the idea out loud to a friend. Then you stop worrying about structure, you stop worrying about grammar or fancy vocabulary, you stop worrying about sounding smart or sounding like a writer, and you get the idea out. Every time somebody tries this, they are always shocked, because what comes out sounds so much more like them than if they tried to write it from scratch. Now, this is the very important bit. Do not take that raw transcript from your voice notes and ask AI to make it better. AI will undo everything that makes the story you. In writing now more than ever, a lot of what makes it feel human is the rawness of it. The imperfect sentence structures, the imperfect ways of describing something, the very specific way you ramble off onto a tangent instead of forming perfect sentences and perfect structures that are perfect. Which is why this is still the workflow I recommend most often to people who hate writing. Because most people don't have a writing problem, they have a sounding like themselves problem.